about our Father's business. Grind mode, filled with His Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode about our Father's business.
Yo, we are back, episode 91 of season 2 of the Not the Same podcast, hosted by this one word, C-Micah, and that one word over there, Mr. Rob Redeem. We're glad, gracious, and very happy to be back with y'all for another Not the Same podcast, music and faith show, where we play the latest and greatest of CHH / positive. Yeah,
positive.
We're going to see it. I ain't positive if it's positive. We're going to find out. No, I'm kidding. Latest and greatest CHH and positive Christian music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man, do us a favor. If you are watching us right now exclusively, I say exclusively, on YouTube, do us a solid and do what you see on the screen. Number 1, hit that like button. Smash the like button, you know, as the streamers say. Hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to Not the Same podcast. And lastly, hit the notification bell so you be notified when we are live. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all to do that. We need y'all to do that with no delay.
Yeah, man, we want to give a shout out to our rebroadcasters, man. Our MTMV famo, Life Show TV, Takeover Radio, Praise 365 Radio, our homeboy Scooter, shout out doing big things. Parable Radio, RYC Praise News, our homeboy Orlando Page, His Hop Radio and Podcast Network, Who's Hop, His Hop on the left coast out there in Vegas, our homie Sam His Hop, and 520 Collective, a homeboy down in Springfield area, Eric Boston, and the 520 Collective. And we also want to give us a shout out to the Brick Slinger, Pierre Lott. Happy belated birthday, bro. I know I hit you on your birthday, but you on here. Want to give you your flowers, man. Another year.
Happy birthday, my guy.
You know what I mean, that's a blessing. Happy birthday to you, man.
Yes, sir.
Also, happy birthday to our good friend, Dinah. Happy birthday to you. You dig what I'm saying? We want to get all the people that support the Not the Same podcast. Her birthday is actually today. So shout out to everybody who celebrated to see another year, man, because tomorrow's not promised. And they made it. You dig what I'm saying? What up, D? What up, Hagens, and everybody else who's sneaking a peek who ain't really saying nothing right now?
What's up and how y'all doing?
The sneaker peekers.
Happy birthday to all those who celebrate. You know, they say that about every every little holiday. Well, for you weirdos that don't celebrate your birthday, happy birthday to you. If
it's just another day. Yourself. Look, one word. It's another day that you made it to. You better be
your
happy.
Celebration. No, you want to be celebrated. You know, I'm talking to myself because I am one of those people that want nobody to say nothing on my birthday. But then when they don't say nothing, man, ain't nobody say nothing.
Or you could be like
one word can't get no gifts.
Like, right. You could be like them other folks, man. I don't really celebrate my birthday. Then you go to Facebook and they be like, my Cash App is, man, get up.
Side note. You know, this is not the soapbox segment, but dog, why do you put your Cash App? Do anybody ever get money for that?
Like, I think some people do, bro.
Maybe that's why everybody do. I have never in forever days put my Cash App on Facebook unless I'm really trying to sell something. I ain't never did that like, man, it's my birthday, Cash App, C-Micah music. You know what I'm saying? Now, I just said my literal Cash App, so if you want to send your boy son, go ahead. But watch for the fun there. But nah, man, like I never done that, so I be tripping when folks be like, yeah, you know, it's my birthday, Cash App your boy. You know, you whole 65 years old talking about Cash App me, son. What you doing, man? Ain't nothing wrong with being 65. Salute to our 60-somethings, you know?
Yeah, no
Big
doubt.
salute. No hate.
You know
I'm just saying, like, why y'all, you know, I don't understand.
Yeah,
go ahead, bro.
I don't. Look, Hagen's acting like a true one word. Ain't nobody shout me out on my birthday. Oh, I forgot I kept it to myself.
Right.
That's the type of stuff.
What you just said. What you just said.
But much love, and little bruh repent for lying, brother, because you know I hit you up real quick. What up, Tarsia? Hey, look, while we giving all these shout outs, because I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all about what's good, it's gonna be a somber moment, so we might as well get these happiness. Hey, shout out.
Okay, brother.
It's been a long week, and y'all fam, I got some stuff to get off my chest.
I gotta get it off my chest, dog.
Shout out to Tarsia, man. If y'all are looking for content on dealing with the industry, how it works, DistroKid, she just dropped some mad nuggets. You dig what I'm saying? So go to Tarsia Renee's page so you can see what she got going on. She got a giveaway going on where she giving away some monitors. If y'all don't know what monitor is, I'm not talking about the screen. I'm talking about for you guys who are in production and doing music. She's giving away some speakers. I don't want to misquote what she's giving away. So go over to her page and check her out and see what she got going on. Because sis be giving some dope knowledge, man.
Look at your little bro acting like a true one. Look at him. I'm gonna let you do it.
Look,
I ain't know it's his birthday, so it's on you, brother. It ain't on me.
Look. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm about to treat you like paid in full. Pull your skirt down, B.
You know what, man? Let's go. Let's see what's good, dog.
What's good?
Robert Dean, my brother from another mother, like my homie Larry Rogers on the west side. Some say it's the best side, but we dwell in the Midwest. So be careful on the west side of St. Louis. Tuck in your chain. Man, my brother, what's good? Be careful with your sneak. I'm laughing at D. Be careful.
Hey, listen, man. I want to say this to everybody who's in school. Anybody facing opposition, go ahead. What's up?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. This woman said 4Cal studio monitors. Let me tell you something. Those some high dollar monitors.
You ain't never lied.
So
brand new in the box?
Yeah, I need to sign up myself. I don't know what the contest is, but 4Cal's hit different. So go to our sis page after the show.
After the show, not right now.
And also, when Rob said, she giving away monitors, if you in music, you don't know what monitors is, don't sign up. Don't worry about it. You don't know what a monitor is. This ain't for you.
This ain't for you, cuz.
4Cal is high dollar monitors, man. So salute to them for that. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Yeah, and what up to Vivid Cortez did it. If y'all seen the Robert Dean video, y'all know who did it. Vivid Cortez. What up, bruh? And hey, we always shout you out. Every show you on, you get a shout out. So again, you heard what I told you before we went to the break. So back when
you heard it, one word. Go ahead.
You heard it, one word. For anybody facing opposition, whether it be at your job, whether it be at school, with your family, this is what I'm gonna say. People will put you out there and people will say whatever they want about your name. Stand still and know that he's God. You ain't always got to open your mouth. Even when they give you the opportunity to open your mouth to go back and forth to prove that you are aggressive, defensive, or whatever the case may be, sometimes it's just better to sit in silence and pray. And that's my word for y'all. And it's been a trying week and attacks can come left and right. But as I'm here, I'm still standing. I still got my peace of mind. And I just want to encourage the next person. Just because somebody gives you an opportunity to speak so that you can prove their point doesn't always mean you need to speak. Sometimes you need to do what the word of God tells you, and that's stand still and know that I'm God. And let him fight your battle. And that's all I got. That's what's good with me. And it's Friday. And number one thing, tomorrow, it's Friday for me. And tomorrow, I'm headed to Iowa. My son got another visit to another college for a coach that is trying to recruit him to play on the squad. So we going up there for a visit. We'll be in Iowa, bro. I'm not excited, but we'll be in Iowa. You dig what I'm saying? 30 minutes outside of Des Moines. But I'm excited because my son get an opportunity to see if he's going to play on this basketball squad, and we going up there for the weekend. So it's like a father-son trip as well as basketball. We get a chance to watch the NCAA tournament, so I'm excited. That's what's good for me. See what's good with you.
Let me say one thing when you said about the leadership and management. Look, if you are black in leadership, whether you male or female, always take your position with care and pride. And when I mean pride, not egregious pride, but don't take it lightly. You know what I'm saying? Look, we live in a world where it's not favorable for people like us. I'm not saying you should go in like always got your dukes up. No. That's not what I'm saying. But don't take it lightly. That's the point I'm making. Don't I got this like tomorrow promise for your particular job. No, it's not. Tomorrow's not promise for your life or your job. So don't take it lightly. Do your job with, if you're a Christian, do your job with honor and respect and care, and do it to the utmost, because when there's cracks in your armor, they coming for you. And they ain't always the color C-Micah is written right there. It's not always that, but just the day overall is coming for you. So we got to be better. We got to do things in a more excellent way. We got to do things in a more sharp way, and we get criticized more. But on top of that, don't be discouraged. I tell this brother Rob this all the time. Don't be discouraged. And I tell this brother this, he will attest to this. Don't let them folks talk you out your money, dog. Because at the end of the day, these opinions and these opinions from your own people or from other people, whatever, can run you away from your job. And you like, ooh, I got peace, but you broke. Don't let these dummies take you out your job, dog. For real. Because you got peace, but you broke. It's like, hallelujah, I got peace. But then wifey looking at you sideways and kids looking at when you broke. And like my brother he gonna take his son to this visit, right?
Right.
When you're broke, you can't take your son to the visit. I'm not saying it's just for Rob. I'm saying anybody. You feel me? Like,
right.
That's what, and he will tell you, I always say this. What's the bottom line? Let me give y'all an example. What's good with me? This goes into my what's good. I lost an employee that I really, really liked 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But this was the first week I had to deal with not having this extra employee, which means the work he was doing, now I have to do. I have a floater type job. And what I mean, I more so observe what my workers are doing. You feel what I'm saying? And then I report, I tell, and then, that's it. This week I had to be hands-on. And hands-on hit different. Like, your boy took a 15-minute nap right before this show, and I felt like it was a 2-day nap. You know what I'm saying? And I can look at it like, man, I'm overworking all this, but a little secret. I was told, take you a little bit more money since you're doing a little bit more. I ain't got a hallelujah button, but I say this to my place of employment. Hey, it ain't so bad. At the end of the day, you go to work to get paid. So the bottom line for my brother and me, at the end of the day, if you're getting paid, don't mess up where you're getting paid.
Yeah, no doubt.
Say lie.
Say lie. Well, I wanted to play around so bad, but you was in a serious moment.
Oh, no. There was a joke on the tip of my tongue, but I tried. Oh, what shift do you need? What shift you need help? During the day, sir, or in the evening, brother. Hey, holler at me. Holler at Rob, and we can do something. You know what I'm saying? Rob can explain to you. Holler at your brother. He explained exactly what you want to do. And, hey, brother, if you need it, I need it too, and we can work something out, my guy. Holler at your bro. But, yeah, let's go to the face saving, man. I'm not trying to be too goofy, man, but I'm gonna get.
No, I'm just saying that.
We in the vein. I already know because I got so many jokes in my head, and it's not time for jokes. It's not time for jokes. But let's get to the face segment. Whew, Lord help us. All right, man.
Let's go.
Bring it back. All right, face segment for today. Question for today: are generational curses real? Are generational curses real? Mr. Davis, go ahead. Go in.
They are. Very much so, man. And this is what I'm talking about. A lot of people don't look at them as generational curses, but I'm going to use our guest that we had on last week. Deidre Denise said something that she got sick around the same time that her father got sick, and she could have just accepted that and been like, Daddy died, I'm going to die. This is what it is. You know what I mean? But she didn't, and she fought through it, and as her song says, she's still here. Or you have the generational curse on babies after babies after babies. I'm going to say this and I'll let you go see. I had kids, 2 sons before I graduated from high school, 2 different states, 5 kids, 4 different baby mamas. And all of my boys, because I have all boys, I told them, don't be me. Yeah. Stop that where that's at. Because what I was doing, although it may have been fun doing it, the outside of it, I could have been a deadbeat dad. I could have been a baby daddy, but instead I'm a father. And everybody on this timeline who know me know how I am about all my kids. It's no game for me. But none of them had kids. Only one of my sons have kids, and I got 2 grandsons and a granddaughter from my oldest son. You dig what I'm saying? But he didn't have them until after he graduated, was older. Is he married? No. So before my deep Christian folks know, he ain't married, and neither was I for the first couple. You dig? Right. But you got to stop that. Those are forms of generational curses, and we can keep it pushing here.
All right. Biblically, the word generational curse as a phrase is not in the Bible.
Right.
But it is seen clearly. Right? There's a lot of things that may not be literally written in the Bible, but it's clearly seen. Like in the original text, you may not see God is sovereign literally in the Bible, but it's clearly seen in the Bible. Or there's other examples of certain words that we all say that's in the Bible and it's taken as Bible. So I just wanted to clear that up first. But you see it clearly, and I think when it comes down to generational curses, think about when you go to the doctor and they say, anybody in your family have cancer? Anybody in your family have this? And it say they're looking for a history, or a lot of times it's based on something, right? So the health history is really based on what you eat. So if your mama and your daddy grew up eating pig's feet and fatback, and your mama's mama ate pig's feet and fatback, and you started eating pig's feet and fatback, then they can recognize from someone eating those type of foods, or what we call soul food constantly. There are effects to that, and then they can kind of prejudge or predict some things that can happen. But it also can be named like a generational curse. It never stops until you break the cycle, right? So when you, the one family member, decide, you know what, them pig's feet ain't on the back. I mean, ain't in my life. I ain't gonna eat it no more.
Yeah.
Then you can break something. So the same way, like Rob said, he had a child when he was younger, had a few children as younger or whatever, and he decided my kids are not gonna have that. It was broken by the fact that you gave the information to change the mind and say, hey, look at my example in that. But if you never gave that, they would have did it. And it would have happened again. You were like, dog, he gonna end up just like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in that sense, yes, do I believe they real? 100%. I believe it's real.
Yeah.
But I also believe they can easily be broken, but you're gonna have to make a decision. It starts with a decision. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's also generational blessings as well on the flip side. And what I mean by that, you ever seen families that got a lot of believers in it, a lot of preachers in it? Look at them families. Look at the way that, they may have a few ratchets in there. Trust me. But all of them believe in God. You don't see many atheists coming out of a whole family of preachers. You know what I'm saying? Because they grown up knowing what God is, knowing how he operates, and they may got their flaws, but they know who the Lord is. So that's the other side to that. Go ahead, bro.
I think also for those who don't I don't know about generational curses, it could be your upbringing. So let's talk about your upbringing. If you don't like the word generational curses, let's talk about your upbringing on the my mama and them didn't have nothing. My daddy and them, you know what I mean? And grandma and them, and I didn't have nothing. And this is how I grew up. Break that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I grew up not so favorable. You know what I mean? 9 people in a 3-bedroom or 13 people in a 4-bedroom, and roaches. I done seen rats. I done seen mice. I'm not putting my people. This is just what we had. No electric, no gas, kerosene heaters, candles, like no water. Like I've been boiling water. I've been through all of that. And what I said was, me, and shout out to my cousin Zoo, we both said, not for our kids. They will never, you can call them bougie, they will never in life have to live that life. You know what I mean? And if something happens to the point where something happens to me, I'll make sure that they're taken care of, because I wanted it to stop there. Now, do I thank God for the experiences? Yes, but you don't have to glorify in the struggle. What you can do is say, this is what I went through. This is what I'm not going to go through. I know when I just put something on it, that bill going to continue to build. And the put something on the mentality keep you in a constant rotation of debt. So you can, if you don't like the word generational curse, your upbringing. Sometimes you got to change what mama and them did, because it wasn't always right.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the comments. Cortez started up. He said, yes, for sure. And then Hagen say, they definitely real. I definitely see a curse that my grandfather that had my father that I have. I hear you. Then Miss Mack says, yes, because most of this generation have not been taught nothing because no one took time out to teach them and they didn't ask. That's a very good point, sis. Cortez also said, I have a lot to say, but all I can say is yes. I feel you, brother. Okay. Then Miss Mack says, here we go. If you look back, it was a few people who were not married back in the day who had children who were not married, who try to act holy to me when I got pregnant. But I ain't gonna close that. But I'm gonna close that closet. That's what's up, sis.
And I like that.
Yeah,
that did.
Tarsia said, "I know, right?" And then D says, "Why didn't they have health problems back then? Is there something to the something put in the food nowadays?" I do believe that.
For sure.
I do believe that. That. Hormones, a lot of hormones put in the food. Think about this, man. And I was talking about this with a friend of mine the other day. When I was in high school, me and Rob, around the same age, girls didn't look like they look now when I was in high school. Like, all of us were skinny most of the time. we was tiny. It was either tiny, and then people that look normal, healthy now, we was like, they fat. Growing
Right.
up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Look at these kids now. These kids look like grown men, grown women, dudes,
Yeah.
full beard like me in high
Yeah.
school. You know what I'm saying? Like I had
In
like
middle
peach
school.
fuzz. Huh? What you
In
say?
middle school. Full
In middle
beard.
school. You know what I'm saying? Somebody picking this dude from daycare. What's up, daddy? But daddy. Daddy, what took you so long?
Right. Looking like little man.
But
From the
seriously,
Wayans brothers.
we can't act, man, there's hormones in the food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying everybody need to go vegan. We get vegetables and all of them ain't vegan. Something me and my spouse do, though. You been to my house and there ain't a lot of people been to it, But in our backyard, we got a little garden. And everything we put in the salad is back there in the backyard. And that's what I said. My wife was like, what you want to grow? I said, everything you put in that salad. Everything you cook regularly, all the garnishes, whether it's lettuce, spinach, grow it back there. Because we know what's in the ground. Because it's our ground. We till that ground.
Right.
That's a biblical analogy right there, but it's the truth.
Right.
We know what's in the ground. We know what the ground been fertilized with. We know what's growing there. And we know this is our food. We can wash it off and ain't no extra in there. But I think that's what happens with a lot of the foods we eat now, especially because they trying to grow it up real quick to get money. It's really what it's about. It's trying to get that bread. Go ahead, bro.
Another thing from generational curse is also how our upbringing, man. Like we're not talking about this, but think about we were going to make this a topic about soft parenting. And what I mean by generational curse is sometimes people will grow up where there's no father in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is now the young lady, she heard great grandma, mama, and now her, you don't need no man, but it's a bunch of kids running around. But they've been taught and it's been instilled in them, you don't need no man. And this is not, shout out to the single mothers, because my mother was a single mother, even though I had a stepfather. You'll catch it later. But the point that I'm making is that's a form of generational curse where you're having kids upon kids, multiple baby daddies or whatever the case may be. And it's never, you think that's all you have. Well, my mama did it and my grandmama did it and then great granny did it and big mama did it. And you think it's fine. And then on the flip side for the men, well, shoot, my granddaddy was a pimp and I was a pimp and I had multiple. And you start thinking it's cool or it's the street life mentality. Daddy was in the streets, granddaddy was. I was born in the streets. I'm gonna die in the streets, and those are generational curses and upbringings on what we're saying generational curse. If you're still trying to get past the phrase generational curse, how you were raised, you have to break that mold. Hagen's have 2 kids now. However, it was that Vicky raised him and his dad, and I know both his parents. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to both of them. But my point is, if they raised him ratchet, then it's up to Hagen's to raise his son and his daughter a whole different way than what he was raised so that we can break that mold if it was a bad thing.
Yeah. Miss Max says, my grandmother lived to be 96 and ate anything she wanted, but now we have to watch everything. That's a good point. Look, my grandfather lived, I think he was like 95 till his day. Now, Rob know me back when I was a lot bigger, before pre last August when I started working out. Like I used to eat honey buns. My grandfather ate honey buns till he died. Fine. You know what I'm saying? Ate whatever he wanted to eat. Fine. Didn't have full gray hair. He had patchy hair. 96 years old. Skin was still fine. I think some of these things do be genetics. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see my mom is in her 60s. She does not look like she's in her 60s.
No.
At all. My mom don't work out. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? She eat moderately healthy, but she don't be overly thinking about it. It's just, she just look fine. My grandmother, God rest her soul, she's went on with to heaven. She got diagnosed with cancer where they said you got 2 weeks or something like that to live or a month to live. She lived 10 more years.
Right.
We just, I think it's, some of that is genetics. And I think in my genetics, praise the Lord, we good. Crispy, what's up, sir?
Crispy comes in classic like always. Talking about running the pole.
He said dying by honey buns is a wild way to go.
It is.
You stupid.
No, but when it's all said and done, man, just to bring it back together before we end this up, for generational curses, the one thing that you can, like, if you are a believer or whatever the case may be, then you get into your word, and it doesn't have to be the religious factor where you beat down. I know Ms. Mack said something a minute ago where they shamed her and made her look like she was just the epitome of whatever the case may be, because she wasn't married when she had babies, and they was acting holier than thou. In this new generation, as far as the church goes, I will say this: grace is given, but don't give so much grace that there's no accountability to it when certain stuff happen. But don't be so holy that you judging everything that somebody else does, but you covering a blind eye to all your foulness. So if you want to break the generational curse, put God first. Get in order. You know what I mean? It has to be a structure. God, the head. If you single mother, then you're the head for the moment. You know what I mean? And then the kids. But God has to be put first for any of these things to be broken. Because if the yoke's not broken and Jesus is not, you're not covered in the blood, you're gonna stay with that yoke around your neck, and you're gonna forever be in bondage. That's just the facts. Until you put him first, so that he can be your burden bearer, if you will.
And I say this new generation different too. Try to check them, see what happens. This ain't the old generation where it'd be like, yes, sir. Oh, they snapping back. You know what I'm saying? These kids speak up. It's very different. You know, like when I grew up, we heard adults speak, we shut up. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't been raised the same way a lot of us was. So it's different, man. He said Gen Z referring to God as that God don't sit right with me. Yeah, he don't sit right with me neither.
Yeah.
I don't like that neither.
It definitely don't sit right.
Yeah. No, not the babies. I did a one-hitter quitter. Oh, Ms. Mack had to clarify you. I did a one-hitter quitter and was done. Not babies. The baby.
My bad.
My bad, sis. You know what?
I was speaking for myself, man.
Speaking out of turn, but we're going to save everybody and hold up and wait.
Hold up. Hey.
All right, we have a video by an artist by the name of Bryson. I forgot his last name. Bryson Gray featuring Karen Delight, called Sun Come Down. Check this out.
They do a lot of stuff together.
They're in a similar vein.
If I see a demon, I'm gon' hunt him down. You know I'm tryna spin like what goes around, it comes around. That scripture spit 100 rounds. Yearn for righteousness, stomach rumbling. That's how hunger sound. Lord, humble me. Then put his trust in me, then I touch the crown. Surface lurking whenever lust and bounds. His love abounds, and I'm so high on Christ, I don't touch the ground. When you hear that shofar, it isn't just a sound. You think it's dust, my brother, but that's the sun coming down.
Lord, can you fill me up? I want your love inside me. Want your love inside me.
High again, look, guess who died but now is alive again. B-R-Y and then the S with the O that's beside the N. I had to cut off stakes because they was all wolves disguised as friends. Switch the I and O, now I serve the sun and said bye to sin. When you were serving nothing most high, then you designed to win. Satan despised the end, cause the one coming died to rise again. The remnant locking in while those selling souls for those lying in until they die within and they fiending drugs to get high again. How can I not offend when the times we in are designed to end? So I pretend like the lake of fire is not what liars in. It's godly man, the body is stuck together like Siamese twins. He guided him to bring you out of the sin that you hiding in. Obedience is what you're supposed to desire. Christians take Paul out of context more than they quote the Messiah. Can't start a book at the end, that's how you know that's a liar. The trees with the bad fruit get torn down and thrown in the fire. You can't lose even when you can't move, it's just traffic. You get to the destination, Yahweh's love is very patient. The money they steady chasing determines their next location. I hope you know hell is waiting, want kids and the parents singing.
Lord, can you fill me up? I want your love inside me. Want your love inside me. Lord, can you fill me up? I want your love inside me. Want your love inside me.
Like, child, I gotta innovate. They use witchcraft, but God, the source I integrate. I let him inside to get me a line, so he had to renovate. If I know Christ and follow his life, then I gotta imitate. That's the reason I'm still awake. I was chosen to bring them back into the freedom to inherit the kingdom, but I couldn't lead them because I elected demons. Then God impeached them. That was a grace when he was embraced. I was seeking his face the way that I chased. It felt like a race. I just needed a taste. I needed acceptance. I was too stuck in rejection. Needed the love and affection. Needed direction. God's hands were neglected. My past was infected. I had to go through the testing. I needed the guidance, and God provided. The enemy silent. I'm finally flying, but God is the pilot.
Lord, can you fill me up? I want your love inside me. Want your love inside me. Lord, can you fill me up? I want your love inside me. Want your love inside me.
All right, that was Bryson Gray, Sun Come Down, featuring Carrying the Light. Thoughts on the video? The song itself I like. The video I like. Together I didn't love, in this sense that I've been seeing he's been releasing a lot of videos, and I think they all go together to make a big collaborate, like a movie. And this was just a piece. And because I haven't seen the other pieces, I don't see how this fits, right? But, you know, being a judge of how did it look,
Cinematography.
help me out. Yeah, that one. Why, as Cortez would say it. It looked good. It looked good. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, what the song was saying and then what the video was saying was not matching, in my opinion. No hate to the brother. You know, he got some good songs, and I like both of those artists. But that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, the bars, and I was paying attention to what he was saying, and he said some stuff like, you know, most Christians quote Paul more than they do the Messiah, like little parts like that. Carrying the Light, his verse, I've heard him spit that line about, you know, affection, erection, and on several tracks. And the video didn't make sense to me, but with you giving a backstory of it's building a story. And it's a series of videos, then that would make sense.
12 videos in 2 weeks. So
if he dropped 12 videos and he was making like a movie, and all I'm seeing is like part 3 of 12, then of course I don't really see what's going on. But that's dope to him, just to have that mindset to do it. I know he's not the first to do so, but that would explain how did you get locked up, my guy? You know what I mean? Like that part, like, yeah. So dope song.
Miss Dingle?
I just need to check it out. Miss Dingle was good.
So the song was called Sun Come Down by Bryson Gray, featuring Carrying the Light.
Carrying the Light, yeah.
All right, man. Let's get into our CHH segment.
All right.
CHH segment.
CHH segment. Question for today for all the musical people. Do you think it's possible to have a career that provides for your family as an indie artist? Do you think it's actually possible, actually not there, but I'm just putting that in. Do you think it's actually possible to have a career that provides for your family as an indie artist? Mr. Davis.
I do, but if there's a caveat to it. You got to have a team. Going back to a conversation that I had with Thiz a minute ago before, shout out to the homeboy Save. It was Save's birthday, and we was down at his birthday party, and we were all talking. And he talked about the Lecrae plan before Lecrae blew up to where he was, and we all talking about it. And it was right around the time where he said, "I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian that raps." When that big fiasco came out, my point that I'm making is he was an indie artist, and this was right before the giant blow up. So that's a blueprint of it. And then you got the new guys, the KBs making a living off of it. Flame making a living off of it. No Big Deal and Indie Tribe. So yes, it's possible, but all of them have a team behind them and wisdom and knowing how to work as an indie entity, if you will.
I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna highlight what Crispy said because I think this is my view totally right here when it pops up. You can, but you got to find your audience beyond the CHH niche because that's far too fickle. That is so great.
Oh,
Such an
Boy.
excellent point, and that's what I believe. When I was doing a lot, there was a point in my career where I felt like I could have did this full time. Now, I wouldn't have lived like I'm living right now. I'm gonna keep it 1,000, but I could live. I could have survived. But I have a wife that enjoy nice things, and
Right.
I had to take my butt to work. But if I had to, I could. If I had the time to devote to it, I believe I could. I don't think it's just one way though. There's many artists that you don't hear on the radio all the time that's making a lot of money. Making
Brian
a lot
Trejo.
of money. Brian Trejo. There's an artist named, I believe his name was Manifest. Kind of rockish, rappish guy. You know what I'm saying? Doing good. Our friend Minister. There's a lot of artists that walk in a particular lane. They got a particular niche of fans that support them, got them super supporters. I've heard somebody say this in their little videos. But seriously, they have their super supporters that support them, and they make them feel like the Lecrae of their particular genre, or their little tribe.
Yeah.
And I think it's possible, but you have to find it. So I think what Crispy said was so paramount, what he just said. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I agree. And some of the things that like Cortez said, to be able to collect all your royalties and whatnot. That's what I mean about having your business in order. I was having a conversation, me and we was having a conversation, and the problem is the music part is 5% of what you do. If you're an artist, writing, performing, second nature. That's 5%. 95% of it is the stuff that we don't want to deal with. Making sure everything copyrighted, making sure you got all your publishing, making sure you got exclusive beats, making sure all of these things that we want to get around because the exclusive beat is this much, where the least beat is that much. And then right then and there, that producer gets your royalties because you don't own that beat. It's not an exclusive. And it's certain things that we don't, as artists, even me my whole first album, with the exception of maybe 4 songs, had all tags in it. I didn't know any better. So you come out ignorant because you're excited. And I get it. You're excited. You want to pump out music. 2 weeks ago, we had a guest out on here. My man dropped 24 songs. He just dropped another album from dropping that album before he came on our show, and dropped another one last week. In Bear Witness. Shout out to Bear Witness. But my man makes, I don't know how his business savvy or sense is, but I know he owns 100% of all his beats because he makes his own tracks. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put up what Cortez just said. This is the stuff I'm literally about to launch, to sit down and teach artists about this in depth. Salute. Y'all hit up sis. Cortez says most people think that it's only 2 to 3 ways, and it's close to 10 ways to collect. He's talking about the royalties. Cortez. Tarcia says, I'm trying to make artists see the importance of it all now. That is what's up.
Yeah.
And I go ahead, bro.
Go ahead. No, it's just on you, bro.
No, I think what Sis saying is vital. And because, I say honestly, as an artist, man, like, you get burnt out because as artists, you just want to make music. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you love music, you just want to make music. And, I think that would kind of go back to having a team or hiring somebody to help you in that area. Because I know me personally, man, I learned some business things. You know what I'm saying? I kind of learned, Tartez. I kind of learned how enough to get me the bread I want to pay for what I was doing. Other words, to cover it so I don't tear up my house trying to be an artist. I learned how to do enough for that, but not to be a full-time artist, man. I think there's probably many ways to do it, and I think Tarcia and Cortez would agree with that. Just there's many ways to do it, like my brother been saying.
Yeah, and this for y'all who are not artists. If you have business sense, you have a small business, make sure your stuff in order. Know what it's doing, because it's more than just selling your product and bringing in money and filing your taxes. Right. You got to make sure that you're protected from a standpoint of, if Rob Redeem gets sued, Rob Davis, cool. Y'all suing this one word on the screen. You ain't suing the government one word. I almost said it. The government one word straight. Y'all hitting Rob Redeem up. You dig what I'm saying? And it's little things like that a lot of people don't understand. Even if you have a business, just have your business sense together. And I'm not making it a black or white thing, but for my cousins now, for all the folks that look like me, have your business in order. Because when you step to the table and you go to a bank and they tripping, it's because I'm black. No, one word, it's because your stuff ain't in order. And if your stuff is not in order, a bank don't want to mess with you. If your stuff not in order, a label don't want to mess with you. Or you know what I mean? Or nobody wants to fund you so that you can get that non-for-profit together because you don't have your stuff in order. And that plays a very important part about being indie, be it in the music or in business, on making a living off of this. It is possible, but your business sense has to be in order.
I think what I've seen too as indie artists, I think you got to be more than just an artist too. And I think my brother and sis over here, Tarcia and Cortez, would agree with me on this. You know, you can be an artist, but you might need to sell some studio time. You can be an artist, but you might need to sell some beats. You be an artist, you might need to run YouTube. You got to have multiple streams. You know, I used to have this company called 4 Streams Media.
Yeah, he has a company called 4 Streams. Go ahead, brother.
Thank you, sir, for reminding me.
Yeah.
So, but I got that from the Bible. You know, there was 4 streams feeding into, that where you can get income from. It's not just one stream, 4 streams. But I think as an artist, you got to be able to do multiple things, and you can save yourself money. Like if you know how to record yourself that way on purpose, if you know how to record, no, seriously, if you know how to record yourself and you become, semi close to excellent, you can save some money. You know what I'm saying? You can learn how to mix and master yourself, save some money, shoot videos. I know Cortez is a videographer, but if you know how to do a little something yourself, you may not be able to do a Cortez step like video, but you can get yourself a reel together. You never know. It's some things you could do to cut some funds to keep yourself going. I think another good thing, something that's very important for artists, is to be before people a lot. And me personally, I did not enjoy that. But I mean, before people and doing shows on social media, out a lot. All the time, and like I said, I didn't enjoy that personally, but I think it's very important to build yourself as an artist in the sense of trying to get money, because you want to be successful. It's not all about money as a Christian artist, but the artist part means, you in business to make money, period.
Yeah.
Especially for this question we asking. You trying to make money, you trying to take care of your family, you have to make money. You can't just keep telling your family, it's for the gospel, it's for the gospel, and the lights off. She gonna be like, don't use this gospel, Kanye.
Right.
That's what she gonna tell you. You gonna use your butt to go get a job. They ain't trying to hear that. You know what I mean?
That's when you start getting those them scriptures that laid on your pillow. The Bible said, "If a man don't work, he don't."
Right. She can read that Bible too, one word, or he can read that Bible too. You start getting them little notes, them Post-it notes. You wake up with a Post-it note on your head. Like, what is this paper on my head?
Cloud to the dirt type scriptures.
Right.
Hey, but no, when it's all said and done, is it possible? Yes. But the biggest thing that as y'all see the facts and word and everything that everybody's saying, have your stuff in order, man. And I think a lot of times we get lazy because it's work. The artistry part, again, getting on stage and performing, if you wrote that song, that is light work. You know what I mean? Like, it is light work to get on stage. Songs I wrote 10 years ago, I can get on stage right now and perform that song with no issue because I wrote it. It came from the heart. All I got to do is listen a couple of times, get on stage and do me. The business aspect of it, that's what takes the time. The performing aspect is the fun. So have your business in order. Make sure your stuff is registered. Make sure you know how and what's out there. And if you don't know, hit my sis up. She says she got something coming out. You know what I mean? See what that is, and go look up Tarcia Renee, because there's people out there who can show you how to get it done. You just got to put in the work, and a lot of times that ain't what we want to do.
So back to wrap this up, the question is, do you think it's possible to have a career that provides for your family as an indie artist? I think absolutely, but you do have to work. It's not, I got a hot song and there I go and it's done. So a lot of people have hot songs. There's been people in the secular industry that had these big one-hit wonders, and they do good for that wonder. And then that's it. Like they may get a big inflow of money and then don't diversify them funds, don't get them funds to work, and then they broke again. They back on the trap, back in the trap that they was rapping about. You know what I mean? All that. So it's important. And what Cortez said, there are performance royalties too. You perform at certain places, you can get paid for that too.
Yep.
I knew that. I put in a couple of them joints, you know. A couple of them joints, you know. Just a couple of them. All right, man, let's hold up and wait, man. We get to the last video. Right. Couple of them joints. All right, man, we get to the last video tonight. Let's hold up and wait.
Hold up. Hey.
All right, this is a song by Mr. John Keith called Man Down. John Keith called Man Down.
Richard Jefferson, little brother.
I don't do handouts. I gotta stand out. I told her to pray about it. She said it's me, hands down. God be right as hell. You said it was and it panned out. You see an icon. I see a man down. I got bad habits though. I'm at a disadvantage, so text me but make it lowercase. I can't speak in capital. I went and saw a therapist. Said she think my balance off. Asked if we can talk it out. I said no, not at all. I gotta go, I'm not in off. BTW, coffin card. The ZTA is too soon. I might OD on Viacom. Still trying to see where I belong. I'm here for a second and I'm gone. Don't wish me well, I'm not a genie. Can't grant no wish, I won't respond. Blessings to my son. Yo, daddy, he's the one. Y'all better pray for me. Don't send no thoughts, you must be drunk. I'm turning my lessons into lessons. Only deal with thugs. Won't politic with none of y'all. I never voted once. I don't do handouts. No. I gotta stand out. I told her to pray about it. She said it's me, hands down. God be right as hell. He said it was and it panned out. You see an icon. I see a man down. I was on Hamershaw Boulevard, stand up. Look, hands on, real wizard like Gandalf. Real busy, I can't talk. Getting mama for the block. What thoughts? Ha ha. One queen, she would rather die. What green? You ain't gotta lie. We know you're not the guy. You playing catch up. I dipped in 1,000 islands. I cannot do passive. Look me in the eyes. Said I'm too problematic. I said you probably right. God bless you like he blessed me. Cooking up, I got new recipes. Gassed up, you need new besties. Doing donuts in the Death Valley, then the deal changed like the New Testament. You do not impress when I say my name, but I am not your destiny, no. I don't do handouts. No. I gotta stand out. I told her to pray about it. She said it's me, hands down. God be right as hell. He said it was and it panned out. You see an icon. I see a man down.
All right, that was Man Down by Mr. John Keith. Thoughts on the video? The video was cool. Video was clean. Song was it was cool. Me personally didn't really understand it, but it sounded good. You know, no hate to him. You know, a lot of times I can understand where he's coming from, and you know, I think he's kind of talking about some depression type things. I don't really relate with that, so that's why I say I didn't really understand it. But I think it could be for somebody. And y'all tripping calling him Richard Jefferson little brother. All right, Hagen.
For real, brother.
Stop it. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Maybe for a younger generation, you know what I mean?
Right.
As far as,
Right.
because right now depression is the thing.
It
And
is.
I can kind of see that with, you see an icon, I see a man down. Some choice words in there that I don't think I would have correlated. God be right as hell, like I did.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
But not judging the young brother.
Nope.
Do you? It's just not something that I can't relate to it. But I like John Keith though. John Keith is very talented. This is just not one of them songs that I just gonna go on my playlist.
Cortez says the only thing I like was the color gray.
Spoken like a true videographer, bro.
True videographer.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it. No hate to John Keith because
None whatsoever.
I got a gang of songs of his on my workout playlist. On several playlists, I got some John Keith on it, and it's just this particular song doesn't minister to me. That's not my thing there.
And one thing, you know, I say this before we move on, you know, I was rapping when I was around his age, right? And I was rapping before his age. And if you heard my music back then, in comparison to what you heard from me like 2 or 3 years ago, it's two different people. It don't even sound the same. You know, my content, I would have said, I would have had a hook like he did.
Right.
Back when I first started. You know, I would have thought, man, that's dope. It's edgy. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that now. So, you know, some of this is like I look over it because, you know, it's a different level of maturity.
Yeah.
I'm a grown man with a house. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is dude trying to figure it out, you know, but he's very, oh, that kind of rhyme bars. But nah, he's a dude trying to figure it out and figure out what he's trying to do in life. And he's a very popular artist at the same time and probably dealing with some, I'm not saying this in a negative way, but some depression and, you know, battles, inner battles. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I can look at it and be like, okay, I'm going to judge this beyond where I'm at. And I know that's hard for a lot of people because a lot of people, they see music through them and they can only see it through them. But, you know, I can judge this. And it's like, I've heard a lot of this music. That wasn't my favorite. I just put it that way.
Yeah.
But it was cool, though. I like when that bass
no
hit. You know what I'm saying?
It did.
All right, man. Salute to Demetrius. Just popped in my head. Salutations to the nations. He's not even over here. It just popped in my head. Salute to the brother.
Shout
wherever
out to
he
the
is.
little brother Demetrius Radiant, man.
Wherever
Wherever
he
you
is
may
at.
be at. Man, love you, little brother.
Man,
Have you
love.
ever thought I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I be a blessing to them? How can I support them? I know I said it backwards, but it don't matter. It's our show. Hit that
our show.
notification, subscribe.
Don't worry
Notification
about it.
button, like,
Just what you see, like, subscribe.
yeah, everything that you see, hit it. You know what I mean? We say it so much, it just get. If you haven't hit the like button tonight, though, hit it now. You know what I mean? If you've already hit subscribe, don't do it again because you're gonna unsubscribe one word, and definitely hit the notification bell so that anytime that we come up, you'll know that when we hear, whether it be the Bible study, the sports show, or tonight the Faith and Music show. And the other way you could support. Like we said, you can go ahead and, you know, slide a little something our way if you want to. You know what I mean? We was talking about the Cash App and birthdays. Well, we got a Cash App every day at the Not the Same podcast. And so
Every day our birthday.
you can go ahead and slide something if you want to be a blessing. But the biggest blessing is you guys coming on. I know we joke a lot and we have a good time, but we really do appreciate the interaction in the crowd. There's a lot of shows who have thousands and hundreds of viewers or whatever the case may be, and the interaction is nothing like this. So we really, really are grateful for the interaction that we get from you guys, man. That really helps and gets us going. My man took a 15-minute nap, and y'all don't know how hard it is to get off of one of them naps, and then you got to get on this mug and be all the way live. So we do appreciate that, man. I ain't about to be like the energy. No one words. We happy you're here. Ain't got nothing to do with the energy. It's the interaction. You dig? What you got to see?
Nah, man, I just want to say, like Rob said, man, thank y'all for watching. We appreciate it. We never take it lightly. And I know we say this all the time, but we say it all the time because we mean it every day.
Yeah, man.
Can't do this without you, man. We thank y'all, like Rob said. Everybody is speaking in the comments and talking in the comments. Y'all don't know how much that helps us. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that we just struggling through, but it's a 3-show week when we got real jobs and real stress.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not easy. But, hey, God is able, and we appreciate y'all, man. That being said, we're going to see y'all next week for the sports show, and then next Thursday for the Music and Faith show again. I'm C-Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
Thank y'all for listening, man. We be out. We be out.
Ow.
About our Father's business. Crime mode. Filled with this Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode. About our Father's business.